Hello and peace be upon you. I'm reporting the announcements today from my home office, and so the only light that I have is directly overhead, and it's shining, and I don't have any way of shading the shine. So you'll forgive me if I seem a bit glorious. Hmm. Anyway, as you know, First Church members are sheltering in place. Our worship services and other activities are suspended until at least mid-May. Our hope is to resume regular worship and other activities by Saturday, May 16 for Saturday Night Light at 6 p.m. and Sunday, May 17 for worship at 10 in the morning. Until then, we're continuing with online worship at 10 o'clock on YouTube and Facebook every Sunday. Worship will also be available as a podcast on our SoundCloud page every week until we can be together again. And you can also receive a print edition of the service if you send a reply email with your street address. This week's worship service, as those in past weeks, has ended up being something of an experiment. We've finally found how to record music in the sanctuary, but spoken word, as you will hear in the welcome, the sermon, the prayers, although clearer, is still something of an adventure, and we try to match devices as we try to match devices in the best way. You'll understand tomorrow when you hear everything. Anyway, putting together our Palm Sunday worship has been a pleasure, as you will see and hear. Tracy not only gets to play Jesus riding into Jerusalem, but also gets to talk with the handler of KC, the donkey, for our Not for Children Only portion of the morning. For those of you who have been partaking in our Bible study based on Amy Jo Levine's Entering the Passion of Jesus, A Beginner's Guide to Holy Week, Tracy Merriman and I are back at 11 a.m. And this week we are joined by youth minister Eric Falconer for some really wonderful insights and repartee. Down below this message, you will see a thank you from Daryl Lakey's and his wife Kelly, who he says were flooded with your kind greetings from so many upon the passing of his granddaughter Brianna. There's also information about upcoming Holy Week services down there. Maundy Thursday, we will celebrate communion live on Facebook and YouTube. And I invite you to prepare a little plate and cup for yourself symbolically that evening to share in communion with others. That'll be at 7 o'clock on Thursday evening. It will be a live feed from YouTube and Facebook. Good Friday, we'll have a very special presentation. If you would like to serve as a pre-recorded reader for either Maundy Thursday or Good Friday, please let me know by reply email. I need to know by Tuesday. And you need to be able to record a WAV or MP3 recording that you can share with me somehow, either by sending it to me or by linking it to me online. And the as yet named Shelter in Place Journal Project will be making an announcement in next week's e-news about how to submit your written reflections, audio recordings, and videos. Last week I'd said it would be announced. This week it turns out I was a little early. Somewhat related to the project, although I don't think she had it in mind, the project that is, when she wrote this, Lucy Herrick composed a sweet little song, which she calls a sweet song from quarantine. You should give it a listen. There's a link to it down below. You can just watch the video there, or you can go to YouTube and watch it on her YouTube page. And last of all, please remember that even without people gathered together, the church still operates and needs your support. Please remember to put a check in the mail or take advantage of the Breeze networking app. All right. Thanks for giving me a listen. Peace.